thanks for gardening with me. I'm Melissa, and today I'm gonna just kind of show you around the potting shed where I am right now, where I've gotten finished, and also let you in on what I'm working on today. It does have to do with wallpaper, and it's not going on the walls. So the potting shed definitely still is a work in progress. I haven't posted anything in a couple weeks because I hurt my back. So I had to take a couple weeks off and see the chiropractor a couple times, and she got me all squared away. I feel great now, so I'm gonna continue on. I got this desk here from Facebook Marketplace. It's actually a kitchen table. I got it for, gosh, I can't remember, $40 maybe, but I painted it white so it fits in here, works really well. I'm thinking about putting some kind of decal on the top of it. I'm not 100% sure, but if you have worked with decals or you have any advice for me on that, let me know. Also, still have the windows are a work in progress. I don't think I did a great job on those by any stretch. I still have to put this set down here. As you can see here, it's some of the black paint came off, so it's just been not going as easily as I had thought. I think if I would have spray painted them in place and just taped everything off, it might have been easier than doing the paint that I did. But I think it's gonna really look good after I'm finished. It's gonna have the look that I want. I do have the frames of the screens. Those are all painted black. So I think that'll look really good once I get them on the outside. I don't think I had the windows done in my last video, but just trimmed them out and then this is the same wood that I used on the beams, and used the same stain on there. That way I can have just a few things sitting on the windowsill, so I think I will like that. And I'm gonna put a little flower in there, something that doesn't need watered a whole lot and that can take some heat. That way I don't have to worry about if I forget to water it for a few days or something. Probably something like a succulent. But as you can see, I still have a little bit more work to do on those windows. And I think I said before, I'm not sure, but I don't ever take my glass off. I just take a razor to it when I'm done and it comes off super clean. So anyway, got that corner finished. Need to find a chair for there. That flooring is the flooring that I'm gonna be putting in the greenhouse. And it's just big like vinyl tiles. So those are gonna go like in the middle of the floor in the greenhouse. I got a pretty good deal on all of those. And then this is my Hutch. I got that on Facebook Marketplace as well. I think I got it for like $75. But what I did is completely sanded the top. It was like a honey, it's oak. It was like a honey color that I wasn't crazily fond of. And I will show you some pictures. So I did start off trying to use some stripper. It didn't work out so great, so I pulled out the electric sander, and that worked really good on the top part. Had to use the hand sandpaper for the grooves on the sides, but as you can see, it came out really good, and all I did was put some wax on the top, like how it turned out really well. For some reason, I did not record myself doing the crackle finish. I thought that I did, but I will explain to you how I got this look. It is so easy to do. You will be surprised, and you can start off with just a little piece. They sell little bottles of the Folk Art crackle paint. You'll have to give it a try and let me know if you do and how you like it. But helping my husband carry this out to the potting shed is how I hurt my back. So after this point, I did have to take a couple weeks off. But as I said, I'm good as new now and ready to get started again. But sanded the whole top, and then the rest of it, I just cleaned it up really well. And then I used this crackle medium here. And it's Folk Art, and that's usually when I do anything with acrylic paints, like pottery and stuff. or signs. I like Folk Art, their brand. It just covers really nicely. But anyway, that's the crackle medium that I use. So you apply that with a brush all over whatever you want to do. You let it set up for like an hour, and then you paint. And then as your paint dries, it gives you that crackle finish, which I did it and I was really scared. I wasn't sure if I loved it, but it really has grown on me and I like it a lot. I'm not finished decorating that yet. I still have some more pots to put in there, and then I want to put some goodies in there. These jars I'm going to put either seeds in or some kind of fertilizer or something like that that I'll need. This one I put these pins in. I'm not sure if it'll stay like that or not, but I got all these cute little pots that I'll be able to use to pot things up in the greenhouse once I get that going. I'm pretty excited about that, but I'll show you the hardware that I've got. So this is the hardware that I got for the doors, for the drawers. I think that'll look cute. What I originally got didn't fit, so I went back and got these. And gosh, from the last video, I think that's about it. I think I had already had everything else done. Not sure if I had these barn doors finished or not, but just did the same thing, the shiplap with them, and then I went around and just trimmed them out on the inside and the outside, just so everything looks nice and polished and clean. As far as this corner, that's still my working station. I don't know, I think I might, I really like having a little table there, but I need to be able to open the door all the way, which I think I can. Not quite. So I could put a table there and just have it be a little bit smaller than my little workstation right now. It's a hot mess. Just got everything thrown there. Next week I'll be starting on the outside and so excited for that. But for today, I am going to be starting on this wall, the cabinetry that I'm going to have put in there. I have a cabinet that is in the garage right now. It's gray, not attractive. So I'm going to try to refinish that and make it look super cute. And that's where this wallpaper is going to come in. This wallpaper is peel and stick, and it's removable. So I know for sure I'm going to use it on the inside of the cabinet. There's quite a bit here. But I got 2 of these and they were $44 each, which is kind of expensive. But I had in my mind the whole time that I was going to completely build the cabinet from scratch. But the price of plywood is so ridiculous right now. When I got the plywood for the wood shop, it was $40 for a piece for a 4x8 piece, 48, something like that. It's $84 now. So I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna do it. So I did buy a 4x8 sheet of this, and this is a great workspace. I use this in my craft room. But so that'll be the tabletop that I'll put on the cabinets that I already have for my workspace. And that's where I'm going to be potting up my plants and things like that. And I won't have to worry about it scratching it or anything because it's really durable. I have to build a cabinet for that spot right there because I want to be able to have my shovels and things like that that aren't quite so pretty. I want to have them in here, but I don't want to look at them. So I'm going to build a little cabinet on the end. I have a cabinet with doors that'll go there, a cabinet with drawers that'll go there, and then a big tall cabinet here that will have all of my gardening stuff. You know, you use gardening stuff all the time. Now the board that's in the garage right now that I'm going to be using, the cabinet that's in the garage right now that I'm going to be using, does have a pegboard on the back of it. Not sure if I'm going to use the pegboard or not. I like having a pegboard, But I think I would much rather have a pretty mirror or a painting or something like that there. And then maybe hang the pegboard on the inside of the cabinet that is gonna have the tools inside of it. So I'll still have the accessibility of the pegboard, but it won't have everything on display, because I don't know about you, but all of my hand shovels and things like that I don't have a beautiful set of them. I have pieces that I got here and there, and they're usually covered with dirt and rust and everything else. So not sure I want those to be displayed, but I'm gonna go ahead and take you up to the garage and show you what I will be working on today. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and here we go, get started. So this is the unit that I was talking about taking out there and using in the potting shed. As you can see right now, it is not girly by any stretch of the imagination, and it's not pristine. So my goal is to spray paint it white. This is a separate piece, that's a separate piece, that's a separate piece, and this is a separate piece. This piece I'm going to keep out here because that has a lot of just stuff, random stuff in it. Everything else that here is all my gardening stuff. This is the top that I'm going to replace with that whiteboard that's out there. And I'm making it a little deeper. So I think that that'll work out really well. But so the next thing to do is to just get everything out of here, get it all unloaded, clean it up really well, spray paint it. The wallpaper that I showed you earlier, I'm definitely going to put inside, and I'm going to put on the shelves, because I think that if I painted the shelves, it would just scratch off with all the stuff that I'm going to be putting in there. So I think the wallpaper is the way to go on the shelves. Use it kind of like as a contact paper, but I will spray paint the inside of it white otherwise. And then I thought about, since these doors are not in great shape, I could probably clean them up with some paint. But I was thinking about using the wallpaper on that. On those two doors, these three drawers, and those two doors. So I'll put it on there, see if I like it. If I don't, it says it's removable, so it shouldn't be a problem to take it off and use it elsewhere. So here we go, gonna get started. Now it's Rust-Oleum flat protective enamel, superior coverage and durability. It is flat, but it is an enamel, so it will still be able to be washed off. Here's where we're at so far. I have the paper on the front of those. I've got the insides all painted. I had to paint that shelf and the bottom shelf because I ran out of paper, and it's expensive, so I didn't want to buy any more. I have enough paper to do the front of these drawers, but I did not have enough paper to do the front of these two cabinets, so I just painted them, and it'll be fine. So the banding I cut to length, I cut it a little bit longer than it needs to be. And then I just take some tape and just kind of hold it in place. That way I'm not trying to hold on to it and glue it on at the same time. Not particularly accurate or anything like that. And what I like to do is line the top up. Because if the top one is lined up, that's what's the most important thing. The bottom, if you have to trim any excess off, it's definitely better to do on the bottom than the top, because, and there goes my tape, if you're cut's not perfect, it won't be so obvious on the bottom. And you definitely want to heat it up well. I have my iron set on the highest heat. And then you have a few minutes play after you do it if you have to adjust it around a little bit. So I almost have to laugh at myself because every time I get started on a project, I think, oh, I'm going to get so far, I'm going to get this completely done today. And here it is after 6 o'clock on Saturday and not quite finished with the room yet. It is the never-ending project. I did get pretty far today, so I'm going to just take that as a win. And I will take you around the room and show you in detail what I got finished today, and also let you know what I have to work on. So we'll go ahead and start right here at the front door. I do have a black doorknob that I'll be putting on the door as soon as I get the front part of it painted. I haven't really started with painting or doing anything on the outside yet because it's been just so rainy. So I think that the door is protected enough to where it wouldn't get rained on, but it's just so humid. So I'm just gonna wait until it just dries out a little bit. So that is the view towards the front door. And then you come around the corner here and it's the desk. I have these cute little hooks. I don't remember where I found them at, but how cute are those? They're cast iron. So loving those. Over here we have the desk. So this is just a chair that I brought out here from my kitchen. It's not gonna live out here permanently, but I'm not sure what I'm going to use as a chair out here yet. So, and then on my desk, I have my little gardening books there, some seeds. This is a lot of the, the tags from different plants that I've gotten over the years. I just kind of shove them all in one place. But what I would like to do is transfer all those into a gardening book. So I have all of my plants just documented for what I have. I don't know why, I just think it would be neat. This poor little guy looks like he could use a little bit of water, but cute little impatient that I have on my desk that's a double blooming pink. It's so cute. The fan, I think, is a necessity when you have a building like this outside because it'll keep the mosquitoes at bay if you have wind blowing in here. At least that's what I hear. So I'm going to try out that and see how it works for me. This is my little insert to a trash can that was going to get thrown away, and I'm going to just keep my soil in there. It's a path to a beautiful garden begins with great soil, which I firmly believe feed your soil, not your plants, and they will reward you definitely for the long run. Here we have the Hutch that I got on Facebook Marketplace, and I still have to put my drawer pulls there. I have to drill out the holes a little bit wider. So I'm going to do that. This, if you saw my past videos, is the door that is going to lead to the greenhouse. I haven't cut that out yet because that is it is an interior door. So I don't want to have that exposed to the weather until I'm ready. And then I'll have the doorknob there that matches the doorknob in the front. And I think it'll be nice to have the glass here because it'll let a lot of sunlight through. This is that old gnarly gray cabinet that I had out front. I put wallpaper on the front and it's removable. I put it on the back and also lined every other cabinet with it. A lot of that stuff that's down there right now isn't going to be in here. It's, stuff that I need to finish the building process, so I'm not quite finished yet. I do have this old antique mirror that my husband pulled out of the trash. I love, 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 love antique mirrors. I love the pits and the cracks and the rust, and I just love all that stuff. So I sanded it down to its raw wood form, and I was planning on staining it to match the beams that I have up there. I just haven't done that yet. So I figured I can just live with it for a little while like that. not bothering me at all. Keep my potting soil in here. This is a nice piece that I got from a friend of mine. It was army green, which I just wanted it to be black, so I painted it the hammered black, and just keep my potting soil in there, and then that way I can just, it's big enough to where I can work over top of it, and I'm not going to make a mess everywhere. And then over here I have perlite, a vermiculite, and seed starting fertilizer here, and I think that this is the color that I'm going to paint my front door. Not 100% positive yet, but I like it. It's like a bluish green kind of thing. And those are antique ball mason jars, which love them. So over here I keep just things for marking my seeds and plants, things like that. And here I have seed starting mix. And then this might change up a little bit as I get my greenhouse built, because obviously I'll be starting seeds out there, so I won't need that in here. So we'll see how that goes. Down here, I don't really have this figured out what I'm gonna use it for yet. I still wanna paint the insides of these doors. And then the drawers, I haven't had these organized yet either. I just kind of have stuff thrown in there for now until I figure it out. This I just made the other day. I still need to get hinges for it so I can put a door. I'm going to put two doors. I'm going to put one at the top, one at the bottom. That way, when I just need to get the stuff that I'm going to have up top, I can just open the top shelf. Also, because I cut the piece of wood that I had to go the full length. So I don't want to go out and buy more wood. So that's the real reason. But I'm going to have two doors there. I am going to have a pegboard in there. And on that pegboard, I'm going to be able to put all of my hand tools that I use for digging and planting and so forth. I'll also have a big shovel in there and a small rake. And, just a couple other tools that in the broom, obviously, that I want to have in here, but I don't necessarily want to be able to see. And here I also have another one of the rugs that matches the rug by the front door. Went to TJ Maxx, got that one for $14.99. That one didn't have a price on it, and it was the last one they had, so they gave that one to me for $14.99 as well. So score on that. I saw something similar to this. This is 2x6, and I saw one that was 2x8 at Lowe's today for $50. So happy about that. But there I am so far with the potting shed. It's pretty well done at this point. I've been wanting to wait till I get this far along in the process before I started working on the greenhouse. Here on this wall, I would like to put a big sign that says probably gardening with me or potting shed, something similar to that. And then I still need to put my door there, and I still want to build some kind of cabinet for this space. I'm not sure what that's going to look like yet. So other than that, I've got pretty much everything done. So now I'm ready to get started on the outside. And the outside, if you saw my previous videos, what I plan on doing is painting it white, and I will skirt it in all the way around. I'll put, I wouldn't say a deck on it, but it's just going to be a nice wide step, because right now it's a pretty high step down. This is the elevation that I needed it to be to have the pitch correct for my greenhouse. So there's the house up there. Everything's just really starting to come into bloom. So that's pretty exciting. My deck is still a hot mess. I've got all kinds of stuff up there. But yeah, it's coming along. Everything is very wet and it's very cold outside. We also did put some arborvitae here, and we're gonna do gravel in this area. And a little teeny fire pit and a couple Adirondack chairs. It's going to be really cute. But there it is. That's all we have for now. Thank you so much for gardening with me, and thank you for coming along on this journey with me. If I will go ahead and put in right here some of the before and afters, even though this isn't technically after, because I do still have a couple things here and there to do. But I think it's interesting just to go back and see where it was to what it is now. So pretty exciting. And look at this door. Definitely needs a scrub with some bleach and a paint job. And that's coming up next. So stay tuned and I'll get started on the outside and bring you along with me to see what that looks. In the meantime, God bless. Thank you so much for gardening with me and have a great week.